It's now about 28, even though they don't approve for level increase the number to about 40. But then a small unit that small human resource that for FET money laundering everyday crime they occur, and majority 80% of the crime they occur they benefit in the money, and that money they put her in the system. So we rely on everybody for help with. What they do with best, would they impose penalties on people then where they know they go by, where they know they comply with the directives and what they key. And as a result, this year, since we come in, I think we're able to penalize institutions and we don't get something like 800 million leons of fines that we don't impose on various
And they pay
institutions.
them fine in there.
And they pay into where account we get for submit the money to the government, to the treasury. Then go decide what they get for do with it. So they use every approach for prevent the occurrence of money laundering, but not so easy thing. And as some people then say, a very important office.
So as you said, not so easy thing from January 2019 to now, we don't take up the unit. What did you go describe? Say this na a challenging time for you, na the unit.
One of the challenging issues and way the units get, not the way we then draft the act, because the units depend on other institutions and they get mandates, for example, for investigate. You get somebody who get mandates for prosecute. We don't for just provide. So intelligence. Then one. So therefore, what will they try for do? We don't they make proposal for review the act, so that will then go enhance the capacity of it will enhance the authority and mandate of the unit. The other constraint way the units get, would they look into financial institutions, then we get the other sector we will call designated non-financial businesses and profession, where that they relate to diamond dealers, they relate to accountants, the lawyers, they relate to even the estate agents there. Then one day we're not able to put them account, they're not be able to put them under control for many they report, like how the financial institution that they report. So for this year, we they develop a strategic plan for make sure the other institutions and the way they're supposed for reports. Because some of the cases and what they get, people then they can't they say that they can't buy diamond or they can't buy gold. Then some of them they bring this money in, they even able to trace them as they can directly, then they're in the mining sectors. So if you don't go transact business, you don't know, you don't do a profile of that person there. You don't know whether a terrorist, you don't know whether a crime he commits. So that's how for bring the other sectors and way they support for the report so we now one of the major focus that we'll get for take.
As we dey now into the year 2020, most government institutions them don't they go through their work plan there now. Una na the FIU going through on a work plan. What thing will be on a main priority as way for reduce some of the challenges there we just highlight so.
We main priority will be already starting before the year end, because we identify the foreign exchange bureaus and the transmission money transfer agents there as one of the risk area. So we get a meeting with them, we they organize them for bring the directives there. We put a system in place where then they report to we as the transaction they will call. Because as it is, the one we will give out to the banks then a complex for them one the way they do their small business. So they develop an app where then go use even the mobile system for provide information to we. The other profile, the other thing we will get, would they develop right now with national strategy or against money for money laundering and terrorist financing for 5 years. We don't put together a committee in December where not only from the FIU, from all sectors there, then not do a draft. So we get for make sure by the first quarter we finalize that strategy there. The other thing we will focus on are the mutual evaluation. The mutual evaluation is very important because the rating, the draft rating we don't see is not too good. We get for let people that know. They get for push the country into strict monitoring of we activities. So we get for need the resources for ensuring the recommendation we get for can in May we able to implement them. And one area where they identify a high risk area, people they don't understand what are the risk factors of money laundering. You go to diamond dealer, you ask them what are the risk factor of money laundering, you know we explain to you.
Mr. Kone, talking about building because you don't mention them couple times now the way they talk, then seem for big challenge during on our work. How not able for work with a regulatory body for ensure say una monitor them activity them, because part of una work una also get responsibility for analyze the situation for know if certain institutions safe for operates in the country. How una don dey work with the regulatory body for them bureau there?
The Bank of Sierra Leone na the supervisory body for bureaus there. But that notwithstanding, we own role now for ensure say the transactions the way they do, they not get anything for do with money laundering. So therefore, sometimes in October, we call all the bureaus and according to our record, we get about 28. We get about 28 bureau where they register. Because when they register bureau, foreign exchange bureau, they send the information to we for level profile the individual, the source of funding and the individual. So we don't call them. As I mentioned, we they develop the directives then we will get for sent to them. If anybody not comply with that directives, they will they impose fine or we request that the Bank of Sierra Leone withdraw your license or we take criminal prosecution against you.
For 2019, una get any major alert?
Alert from
On
international organizations?
no, for the country say any illicit money laundering happen.
Not major alerts, not major alerts, but just that the findings of the draft a mutual evaluation report for over this period, they show great weaknesses in the system, and therefore that's not a worry thing. So we feel say we for put in place immediately or even before the mutual evaluation they don't approve.
Una mandate also na for prevent. What una they do in this regard?
Prevention, we get what we call the compliance and examination. Now, we they use directives there to banks then for do profiling, for do due diligence of their clients then. Then we also they examine their systems and for ensure that they comply with.
How safe una intelligence una they get about certain places them where money laundering they happen? Because in most cases them where una cannot get the intelligence there, so accusation don't they come up say we command them na the FIU can leak this intelligence, or maybe they can go and get settlement with the people them where can be offenders of the law.
One, we get a secure IT system where would they get information from. And we get a team. In the first place, when they recruit you as a staff of the FIU, you get for take oath of secrecy. That oath of secrecy now you force conscience that we get for deter you from leaking information. However, as human, if then situation and they occur, we always they do individual profiling of the staff then who they deal with. We get what we call on need to know basis. If you they investigate, if you they look into a matter, you and that person are two supposed for deal with her. If any information leak, you're not the first suspect. And I know they take them very easy with that kind of situation. And they, once it happen, it not happen it, but once it happen, would they take the disciplinary measures against the
How
person.
about una source? People who can come and give una information. How na they protect them?
We get we get the authority, we get the mandate to protect confidential information. The one way they can report, where you can report. First way would they advise you say, if you don't come make this report to you, not go back to the person and tell and say, until you be the wait itself, or don't go report to FIU they can for you. Because in most cases now that people they can do. Then they can't report, then they go back to the subjects, they tell and say we don't go report. So would they make sure say if you call for can report to we, if you know one kind of office, would they provide a secure environment, we say you go make the report. We say if you know why your identity for be known, we'll not go disclosure. So we'll get various measures and we will get in place for ensure say confidentiality of whistleblowers or informants they maintain.
This office, I mean, not emphasize how important it be because of waiting money laundering don't cause now the world and financing of terrorist activities. So for where you come back now the unit where you day, the office, the manpower, you get them for work, for make sure you're able for combat or minimize the challenges they have so already don't talk about.
No, the manpower not enough. So when I come as part of restructuring, first I decentralize the operation. I get about 5 divisions now within the unit, and each of them division they headed by managers. We submit that recommendation. We increase with staff strength from 28 to 48. The Ministry of Finance, when I the chair of the IMC, when I was supervisory body, The IMC include the Interministerial Committee, include the Minister of Finance, Bank Governor, the Attorney General, and the Internal Affairs Minister. They not approve for let the staff strength increase. What we don't do also, the office who are there 43 Wellington Street, in a small place. The ministry again, they don't approve for let we move the office to Tengbeta. So by end of February, we therefore relocate to a bigger space where it will able to accommodate the increase in staff strength.
All right. Finally, before you left in the studios, Mr. Kone, how you go assure Sierra Leone and say your office go continue for provide institutional lead for ensure say Salone be part of the campaign for fight money laundering and safe terrorist financing activity them?
I give 100% commitment on my behalf and on behalf of my staff, because they're already proven within this short period say we can do a lot even with the limited resources. So we'll continue for do and improve on the things that we need for improve on. We just want the public support and let them provide with the relevant information for make we push the anti-money laundering activities outside Sierra Leone, money laundering activities outside Sierra Leone.
All right. Thank you very much, Mohamed Kone, Director na the Financial Intelligence Unit. We come na the program this morning. Can explain, but una work and safe the plan them we una don't put in place for ensure say una tap money laundry activity them na the country.
Thank you so much, Kadia. Thank you as well.
Well, now the end of the program. Good morning, Salone, for today on edition. Michael Sambola, Alex Lawrence Coleman, and produce the program. DJ Lavan and give you technical support. Moses Kavora and in team, and they make on our watch we live now Facebook page. And one for apologize to Facebook viewer them because we get some challenges with the internet this morning. Well, Mina Khadija Bangura, they say have a nice day.
Mina Asma James, they say blessed week.
Radio Marcus 90.1 FM. Well, that's not being news and current affairs program. Good morning, Salone.